All right, campers, let's move on to the dinosaurs because we know that God made the dinosaurs back, remember when he made all of creation about 6,000 years ago, not millions and millions of years ago. They actually lived in the garden with Adam and Eve and they ate the plants and the fruit of the trees. After Adam and Eve sinned, that's when animals started killing each other and stuff like that. But in the beginning, they were just running free in the garden and everything was wonderful. Now, you might ask me, were dinosaurs really in the Bible? What do you guys think? I brought with me a couple today. A couple of my puppet friends. Hello. And this one, I don't know what kind, you'll have to tell me what kind this is. What do you think of this guy? All right, and we're going to talk about them. Did you know that the word dinosaur is not actually found in the Bible? In 1841, there was a scientist, and his name was Sir Richard Owen, and he was in a museum looking at some dinosaur bones, and he thought, let's call these dinosaur, which means terrible lizard. I bet you didn't know that. Anyway, are they in the Bible? Let me see. I have the Bible on my phone. I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to go to Job chapter 40, and I'm going to tell you guys about the behemoth. The behemoth is a dinosaur. Actually, there's even a ride at Canada's Wonderland called the behemoth because it's so big and scary. And I'm going to read some descriptions to you, and you tell me if you think that this describes the dinosaur. So when I go down to verse 16, let's see what it says here. Behold, his strength is in his loins, and he has powers in his muscles. Does that sound like a very strong behemoth? Yeah. Okay, next verse says, his tail is like a cedar. Do you know how big a cedar tree is? Now let's look at this behemoth. Does that look like a long, long cedar tree? Yeah, I think so. All right, let's go on to the next verse. It says, his bones are like tubes of bronze and his limbs like bars of iron. Even keeps describing him even more. Now this is what's interesting. In the next verse, verse 19, it says, he is the first of the works of God. You know what that means? That means that he was the largest of all of God's creation of animals. The behemoth. Is the behemoth in the Bible? Absolutely. Okay, the next one I want to tell you about. Do you guys know what this one is? The Leviathan. This actually is a ride. There's a ride at Wonderland named after this animal too. Do you think this one's in the Bible? Well, if we just go one more chapter to Job chapter 41, let me just scroll down there. Verse 1, listen to this. It says, can you draw out Leviathan with a fish hook? Now, if it's a fish hook, where do you think he lives? He lives in the water, right? Yeah, he lives in the water or in the sea. Now, if I go down to verse 14, listen to him describing this one. Who can open the doors of his faith around his teeth in terror? Oh my goodness, look at the teeth. Sharp, sharp teeth. Does that look like him? Absolutely. Let me read you one more verse, verse 15. His back is made of rows of shields or scales. Does that sound like him? Yep. And one more. This one's kind of interesting. He sneezes flash forth light. He sneezes light and he blows fire out of his mouth. Ha! Is that what this guy does? Absolutely. Do you think the Leviathan's in the Bible? It is. And what I want you guys to remember today is God made these animals. He made them special. He made them when he made all of creation, and we can learn a lot from them. I hope you guys have had a great time as we have traveled on our roller coasters and then sitting through these great shows learning about God's creation. And you know what? I hope that you can learn lots from what God created for us.